What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I do have a new song out called Dreamin', so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. Okay, I want to give a shout out to Royal Eagle for putting this out there. I actually missed it. You can see this is 9 days late from when this was posted, but shout out to Royal Eagle for putting this together in terms of just trying to figure out what we should do for Brawl adjustments, or Fray adjustments, I should say, when Conclave Arcana arrives. Now, this is not an actual proposal. This is just an idea that he is throwing out there, but I do want to cover it. I'm not going to read this entire thing to you because it is quite long, but I want to cover all of the different ideas that he has. So 3 proposed approaches is what he's kind of putting out there just to get a feeler from the community. And so I would highly recommend, if you want your voice to be heard, go check out this post on Peak D and type in the comments. So three different proposals. The first is a modern first approach. So this approach is designed to motivate players to acquire and use Conclave Arcana packs by adjusting Frays to prominently feature the new set. By doing so, we aim to maintain a fresh and evolving competitive landscape while ensuring that the new content remains relevant in guild battles. Number 2, expanding Fray diversity. So this proposal focuses on creating a broader range of Fray options, including opportunities for older sets like Chaos Legion and other wild format cards to remain impactful. Some Frays under this approach would feature no modern cards at all, following a community suggestion that this could make for a unique and fun experience. And then proposal 3, a simplified approach for just modern and wild. So based on the community feedback, this third proposal takes the simplest route by dividing Frays into either modern or wild without additional set-based restrictions. This approach minimizes complexity while ensuring players have clear choices in their preferred competitive environment. So, let's just kind of break it down. So tier 1, this would be the example, right? If you are a tier 1 guild, for example, you can see the different proposed Fray things here. So you know the Fray number, which would be allowed, right? So wild, and then A, B, U, C, L, R, C, A, right? That's alpha, beta, untamed, Chaos Legion, Rebellion, and Conclave Arcana. That would be part of like proposed 1. Proposed 2 would be the same thing, or proposed 3 would just be wild. Now I'm gonna go out on a limb here and just say that the game has become significantly more complex. And I'm using that word instead of complicated or something else that might have a negative connotation to it. The game is just significantly more complex as it is from when I began. And I think simplifying it in this manner makes it a lot easier because people come into the game and they know that there's a bunch of sets out there, right? There's different, Chaos Legion and all these things, and people are talking about all the different sets, but it's hard to know like what's what goes where. And I think if you just go with proposal number 3, so that's going to be my vote, not that there's any way to vote on this, but like I think if you just simplify things, it makes it a lot easier, especially if we are in a phase of the game where we are trying to go through some kind of hyper growth, right? Like this will be the biggest effort we put forth, right, with Andrew and Blaze and the marketing team coming in and trying to actually bring in new players. I think we keep it easy. I think we keep it simple, right? Instead of going crazy here and offering stuff that's like specific to certain sets, that's just going to be confusing for players coming in and just wanting to collect some cards. I say you make it modern and wild, mainly because when you go into the marketplace or when you go into your card collection, you can easily filter with modern and wild. It's like spelled out there. We don't even know, sorry, we do, but new players won't even know like the symbols for what Chaos Legion is supposed to look like, or what Rebellion looks like, or what Conclave Arcana will end up looking like, right? So, and it's not written out there. It's not easy to see. So I think if you just go modern and wild, it shows exactly what cards are available, what cards you have, what cards are allowed. And to me, that just makes the most sense. Now, there is something here at the bottom, which I thought would be good. So I invite the community to engage. All right, so here, I would like to suggest a rotating Fray format that changes quarterly. For example, featuring Alpha, Beta, and Untamed 1 quarter, Alpha and Chaos Legion another, Beta and Untamed another, and maybe Untamed Chaos Legion in the 4th, right? So this would just rotate every 3 months or so. I think that that's cool, right? You can do it where it's just like, okay, that specific Fray, it rotates every quarter, every month, or whatever, however you want to do it, right? I think he's talking about quarters here, but if people wanted it more frequent, you have something that rotates, but that's like a special Fray. Everything else is just modern or wild. You either have modern cards, the newer ones, or you have wild cards, and you just keep it super simple. So that is my thought on this. Again, I think if we're going to be in a position and a situation where new players will potentially be coming in by the bucket load, you want to make sure that stuff is just easy for them to get, because the game, the abilities, all of that stuff is already complex as it is. Let's not make guilds, which are supposed to be like friendly, right? It's supposed to be the place where people can come in and kind of connect with others. Like just make it super easy. In that way too, it will offer players coming in a chance to be able to connect with players like myself, right, or other players in their guild that have a lot of these cards already, and just make it easy to be like, oh, hey, all right, you're doing a modern guild, I'm going to delegate you a modern set, or you're doing a wild guild, I'm going to delegate you some wild cards, right? It won't have to be like, hey, make sure you sign up for the only alpha, beta, and untamed, and then I'm going to get you that, right? Because keep in mind, Chaos Legion will technically be wild at that point. So, yeah, I don't know. To me, simplicity is good. We can always make it more complex later, but I'm all for simplicity. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let Royal Eagle know on this post on Peak D. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.